Guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Ray Linus Reviews. Today we're gonna do a review over Insidious 4, The Last Key, which is the fourth iteration of Insidious, and my dog is trying to tear up my pillow, and it's making me very upset. But we're gonna get through this review.
Yes.
Before it's
so, just letting you guys know, we're gonna go ahead and talk about in terms of story as well as I don't want to say spoilers, but more so further explaining some of the stuff in the trailers, right?
There will be some possible spoilers.
We'll let you guys
some
know.
Little babies are gonna cry about it,
but they're not like big spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the movie starts out with Elise Rayner. It's her origin story, and it's talking about how like she was brought up, like what she went through, and how she found out about her powers. Doesn't necessarily tell you how she's so experienced with these powers, but whatever.
It's just something that she inherited.
She just got it.
Yeah, she just got. It's just the sixth sense that she got. You know, like some people are smarter than others, and some people are more athletic than others.
You're not smarter than me.
Okay.
You don't. I wrote your papers in history and political science.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no, that's because I was working. I had a lot of stuff going on.
She's a hater.
Yeah.
I'm the smarter one when it comes to writing papers.
Okay, I'm not a humanities
English,
person. I am a
history.
math, science, that kind of stuff person. You know, so history is just not my thing. I'm not interested. Anyways, we're gonna go back to the movie. So, yeah, it talks about her past. And the actress as the young girl, I thought, like, it was very believable. Like, the way she... the way she cried. I was like, damn, girl, like...
The younger Elise had the best acting parts throughout the whole movie.
Definitely.
But then they had, like, a teenage one, and...
Not so much.
They kept, like, shooting back to the same scene with her. They didn't really... I felt like they didn't have time for the movie.
Yeah. So sorry. But yeah, there was some stuff in the movie. There were actually a lot of things that I feel that they didn't really follow through with. Not as bad as Jeepers Creepers 3. But on a very small scale, it was like that. They introduced a lot of stuff, but didn't really follow through. Or they had a lot of potential, and they didn't take advantage of all of these opportunities that they had. For example, the keys, the demon with the keys as fingers, he couldn't open doors.
He couldn't open anything.
He couldn't open, like, I mean, you would imagine, like, he could open portals, you know, between the further and our dimension, our realm, like, just walking Earth. He couldn't. So, I mean...
I bet you he heard that song, I got the keys, the keys, the keys. That garbage ass song. I bet you heard that. And he's like, I got the keys, the keys, the keys. I got the keys, the keys, the keys.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I guess. I don't know.
It's a bad song. But anyways.
That's probably why I don't.
Yeah, like he has all these keys on his fingers, but he can't do shit with it. And he does this weird thing where like...
Is it in your chest?
No, like he slices open your chest with the key. Like I didn't know keys.
Well, he has like a little scalpel, like a little scapula, whatever.
No, it was a part of a key.
It was a part of a key? Oh.
Yeah.
And I think it shows it in the trailer how he goes into your chest and then he kind of like makes like a little incision, but like why?
And then he puts his finger in your throat and turns it.
Is that his way of possession? I don't know. Instead of doing the ectoplasm
he just makes
thing,
you quiet. That's it.
Right, that's it, right? And it shows in the movie. I mean, in the trailer.
Is he scared of loud sounds? Is he like a symbiote from Spider-Man?
It doesn't explain. And that's what it does with a lot of parts in this movie. It doesn't explain, which is very disappointing. I was like, okay, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? And
well, just so you guys know, it's not that it necessarily that it's a bad thing not to explain. It's just that when there's things that deserve explanation because everything else is not that great, you should probably explain some parts. Like there's a part in the movie that you see that has to deal with the father that we felt should have, that probably would have made its own movie. It didn't. They didn't even have to do the whole rest of this movie with the monster. They could have made this a part 2 thing if they really wanted, because the whole thing with the dad was way worse than you thought when
like
you first watched.
There's a really good twist. Hey,
with the first half.
Yeah, there's a really good twist in it. So, and it was like, what? Like, it's really surprising. And it's, in terms of like drama, it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like for a movie, like a drama movie, like that would have been an awesome drama movie. Don't you think so?
Nah, I don't want to watch no drama movie. I think it would have been great as a scary movie the way it was.
Drama, thriller, yeah.
But they just dropped the ball on that part.
Yeah.
And
there was potential there.
And then they, I guess, spoiler alert, they try to bring in the new Elise 2.0, and she's the niece of Elise. And I don't really feel that that's much of a spoiler, but like I do feel like it, like yet again, it's basically them taking up time to add more things to the movie universe. No, add things to the movie universe that would possibly show up
just to grow the franchise.
Yeah, and it's like you didn't have to do that. You could have just dropped an end credit scene or even just mention them. But taking up time,
like the way they did it.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Like maybe if the way they did it, I guess a good idea would be like maybe they saw each other in the further. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were both in the further when they were dreaming or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they could have done something really, really cool, but the way they did it was very lame. I think. What we think.
Yeah. But
sorry, our dogs are playing.
We'll just give our ratings now. I give it some old bullshit because
me too.
This movie is not
what I expected or wanted.
Like it just drops the ball on almost every aspect. Like you want to see things happen, but they just don't do it, and it's like why? And
basically everything that they finish.
Everything that they well, like you were saying, everything that they start, they don't finish. They barely start at all. Like they only tell you about it. So.
Sorry guys. So yeah, I think my thoughts are honestly everything that they did well in the first few movies, they didn't carry on into this movie.
Yeah.
They didn't really spend time in the further like how they have.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't. They spent just a little bit towards the end. They did. They didn't. The music.
They dropped the music.
They didn't have the screechy violin music. That was very effective in the first couple of movies.
It added great atmosphere.
It did. It set the tone, right? Just showing Insidious with that music. It was like, that's just scary in itself, right? And it showed the same title, Insidious, the same font, same everything, but with some really lame music. And it's just like, okay, that's not Insidious at all.
Yeah, this is Insid.
Yeah, also something that they didn't do in this movie that they've been doing in the other ones, the demon wasn't really as intimidating or as scary or as powerful. I mean, it showed that the demon his work is on a very large scale, and you guys will see that in the movie. I know you probably don't understand right now, but when you see it, you will. He works on a very large scale from what it looks like throughout the world, but their encounter with this demon wasn't really all that.
He's the weakest demon of them all. Like the other demons,
he's more of like a sit back manipulative demon. I'm gonna let you do all the work.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just feel like he was weak. Like at first, he was like, oh, it's a little creepy, but then there's this point where basically he gets stabbed in the face with a broomstick or something in that area.
Right in that little cleft, his lip is like...
Yeah, like right in this area. And it's just like...
just like, that's not scary, that's kind of funny.
You lost all credibility,
yeah.
buddy. And I felt like all the other demons, I put number 3's demon at number 1, because that was...
I think the order of scariness for me was 2, 1, 3, 4. He thinks.
I think the third demon was the scariest, because if I had to deal with that fucking demon, fucking just kill me. Because dude went all the way out of his way to close the blinds, throw you on the floor, close the door, turn your laptop off.
He's really
then get in your face.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fucked up demon.
Yeah, that's really messed up, messing with your feelings.
And I mean, number 2's demon with the late, well, number 2 and 1, that demon was pretty, she was pretty scary too.
And but, just what well, she wasn't they found, well, it was like a lady guy, right?
It was a guy.
I don't know.
I thought you were going to say it was Lady Gaga.
No, it was a guy dressed up as a lady. Right?
It was Lady Gaga.
It was a ghost that kind of cursed themselves, so it kind of became demonic.
Well, no, you might as well call him a demon, because he was a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Well, not a mass murderer, a serial killer. Sorry. But
he was very, very disturbed. But yeah, like all of the good things that they did with these other movies, they didn't follow through in this movie, and I was very disappointed. So, you know, watching those first 3 movies, they already had their standards set at, this high, and they just plopped.
And I wonder what they're trying to do with this lipstick demon, because they showed him in the third one and this one. I think they showed him twice or once. Well, either way, like, he pops up in this one, and like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, one thing that I should say that they did is that she left every fucking door open in every time period that she was in. Like, because they were trying to get back to their area.
Bodies?
Yeah. And she left every door open.
And yeah.
And I don't...
Like, why?
I could have sworn you're supposed to close the door. Like, aren't you supposed to close the door? Or...
But, like, was that... So is she the reason for everything else happening?
That's what I feel like they're trying to say.
Like, she's the reason. Like, is that what they mean by like, they need her to open up all the doors? If that's the reason why, that's...
I mean, the next one could be great because of this one being a flop.
But after this movie, that's what the first and second movie,
well, they can still have another story between us.
They could. But yeah, it, like, just how they executed this movie, it was just it wasn't good. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound as bad as what it is when we're explaining it. But if you guys are watching the movie, you guys will understand and see, like, the way they did it wasn't really that great. There was a lot of potential. It could have been a lot scarier.
There's no real threat.
Yeah, the writing was just pretty awful. Elise's acting, the actress wasn't really the best that it was. I
think she was pretty good in this.
She was pretty good, but...
I thought she was as good as she was in the other ones, if not better.
But yeah.
I think some of the other actors were pretty cheesy. Like, who else was in this?
The dad, the sister, the niece, and like
the other niece. She was pretty cheesy, or at least her lines. She looked like she wanted to laugh.
Yeah.
The brother was, oh my gosh, it
was like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
He was such a little bitch as a boy. Like, don't leave me. It's like, dude, you're a boy. You're supposed to be the one protecting her. But
he was younger. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd recommend that you guys wait till it comes out, to borrow it from a friend. For you guys to see the movie. It wasn't really that great. I mean, there were some parts that were good, but there was more bad than there was good. We walked out of that theater disappointed. And we got the tickets for only $5 each, and it wasn't worth $5 each.
Yo, that ending was booty hole.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So let us know what you guys think. Do you guys agree, or do you guys still want to see the movie? What are your thoughts?
Don't
comments,
take nobody
questions,
on a date
concerns? Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.